All right, it's a new day, and believe it or not, this is now the third time that I will be pulling the pump apart again because the governor has fallen apart while I was installing it. And it's jammed up in that area up there. Don't know how well you can see up in there, but it's fallen apart and jammed, so I got to take it apart again. I think what I'm going to do different next time is I'm going to go ahead and install the advance mechanism here down into the pump before I try to assemble it, hoping that that will keep the governor from coming apart while I'm in the middle of installing it. So fingers are crossed. Super frustrating. And I'm going to have to fast forward through a whole bunch of video because nobody wants to see what I've been producing. The content I'm producing is absolutely of no interest to anybody, I'm sure. So, I cannot believe I have to do this again. Oh, that came out nice and easy. You know, I'm just going to leave that on the bit. Oh, I got to take all these apart. Where's the great big one? There it is. That's the CC side. All of these O-rings are getting a workout too. I'm a little bit frustrated by that. Not excited that I'm taking this apart so quickly after assembling it. Oh, I do not like this. Okay. Yeah, I just... I do not like the way that feels. Completely disassembled. Okay. This guy. Just want this thing to be clean. All right, so I did not take that part all the way apart for a reason, because it can stay in its own shape. Put it down in there. And then this, the knife edge facing forward. Okay, so at least that part's in the way now. and maybe it won't go completely bonkers on me. 2 really small O-rings go on the ends of those. And then these guys. Okay, we'll tighten those better next time. All right, that's on the top. That's the top. Okay. It just requires such a gentle tap. Okay. Looks really close. Holy cow. Put that away and wipe off our hands. Okay, I think we got it. I think these are going in. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Moving right along. B side. CC side. It looks good in there. Oh, we replaced that O-ring. Oh, let's hope that's the last time that we ever take that apart. Some of these tools do not like being soaked in diesel, I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Let's see, the only tool I have out here for this size is big, so sorry. Okay, tight. You're tight. Okay, man, we are making progress now. Okay, I think all that's left is the assembly of this top section here. There is a valve that needs to go in before that guy. So the valve and the spring. And this port here, there's a metal post. It goes on this device right there. And then it sinks into there. Nice and easy. Once it's straight, up and down. Come on. There it goes. Okay, so now that's connected, still spring activated. Then this end has a small spring that does something with idle. I apologize for not knowing all of this. There's the larger spring that goes here, and these end up on this guy, and he's got to have some kind of gasket. So let's see if we slide these in here like that. Okay, good. Where's the O-ring? Oh, this is it a crush gasket? Huh. Okay, used parts. I noticed there's another piece of aluminum looking stuff in there. Looks like it's the same. So I think this is a crush washer, which is fine. Okay. And because that's an aluminum crush gasket, we'll have to tighten that guy really tight, or at least we'll have to tighten him to the specs that I have inside. For some reason, I keep forgetting to bring it out. Okay, that moves elegantly. All right, so now we're talking about the throttle and the shutoff. And I believe this guy is the throttle guy, so he's on this side. This is the shutoff, so he's on this side. And they have a soft looking washer, like a piece of fabric washer. Yeah, that looks like felt. The only thing remotely similar in shape and size are these nylon plastic ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and use them. And then there's a O-ring down in there as well. So we're gonna go O-ring hunting again. By the way, I did not adjust any of the screws on these sides. That is how the factory tunes this thing. So it is custom for my tractor or the model number. Yeah, that was so dry it broke instead of stretching. Yep, I believe it's one of these green ones. It's a close fit. Okay. Didn't think about putting the plastic one before the O-ring. Might have, should have done that. Come on. Okay, so this is going to go all the way through there. And it has this bushing that goes on it. And then it has, this is the guy that grabs the throttle stuff down there and moves it around. And it's keyed. So there you can see that moving, which is awesome. Okay, and then this side, pull off what looks like the felt washer. Man, I wonder if those look like felt, but it's the fuel that took them from nice plastic to black garbage. Okay, this O-ring's a little more flexible. It's broken, but it doesn't want to let go. Okay, another little green guy. Wait, let's put the Teflon one on first. Walk that right on there. Awesome. Okay. And then this, I believe, is installed like so. That got turned upside down. Oops. Okay. Yep, that's correct there. Come on, you got to get past that O-ring. That side went fine. Side the O-ring's popping out. Is that O-ring bigger? Dang, I think this O-ring's a little bit bigger. If it wasn't before, it is now. Yeah, that one fits a little better. Yep, that's better. Okay, those are held in place by this part here. And it's a weird fit. It's like a friction fit that just kind of falls in place. And then I guess the cap keeps it on? I don't know. Doesn't look like there's anything in the cap keeping it on necessarily. I mean, I guess I can't just take it out with my hands. Okay, and then this gasket. This is gonna be fun to fit. So this one, the new one comes and it's just a circle. It's still clean up there. Yeah, that's all clean. Man, I was about to say that went in surprisingly easily, but toward the end, it really fought me. Still is. Get in there. Okay, I think this is it. This has been a big pain in the butt. Shouldn't these be O-rings? Nope. I don't have a whole bunch of O-rings, so. I guess these are isolated from the area where fuel is, so as long as the gasket does its job, we're in good shape here. Okay, let's get this O-ring off of you, and we'll call this assembly done. Now, like I said before, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know that this thing was so far gone when I started that I couldn't make it worse. And now I cannot find an O-ring that is similar size as this one. Oh, thanks, Kit. No problem. Provide your own. No big deal. I have not seen the inside of this screen, so maybe I should brake clean it out a little bit. Return you to your fluid. All right, the last thing I'd like to do before taking this out to the tractor is I'd like to turn it a little bit while it's on my bench here and observe it pumping. What I don't know is, do I have a screwdriver with a big enough head to grab? And I'm kind of doubtful that I do. Maybe this guy. Yeah, grabs it. Okay, counterclockwise from the head would be this direction. No, that's clockwise. No, that's counterclockwise. Yeah, okay. We're probably going to mess this up because apparently I can't do something as simple as figuring out clockwise, counterclockwise. Oh yeah. Fuel is flowing. It has never done this, by the way. When it's on the truck, when it's on the tractor, it has never actually moved fuel. So I'm super enthusiastic. I think it's going to work. I don't see anything wrong with letting it fill up with a little more fuel. I'm just so excited to see it pumping. Yeah, that's a lot of fuel. It must be filling up this area up here. Making some interesting noises. It's making little bubbles. Almost like the return is working. Oh man, I think we've got this thing at least unbound. Like, yeah, it's pumping air back into this area. I can see the bubbles. So sweet. That feels weird. We'll tighten that when we're on the truck, on the tractor. Jeez, why do I keep saying truck? All right. That might be it. That's it for this video. I'm done. It's together finally. Took a little longer than I thought it should, but that's kind of standard for the projects I do because I'm not a pro. Okay, those should be tight. That's too big for those. Nah, it doesn't fit. Oh, that's too big. That's why. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's an injection pump. Back together. Big O-ring up on the front. And we're done. Okay. Would I recommend doing this project? I don't think so. For something like $112, I upgraded to a solid pump governor system, but this thing came in the mail with the kit that was only $40. So like I probably could have gotten the lifespan out of this injector pump back because I'm not going to own this tractor for 100 years or 50 years. So I don't know if upgrading that, but it wasn't that much money. I definitely think that the new style of these made a huge difference. I remember turning this pump with it disassembled and it never moved fuel. It does now. And I think these are a major reason why it does. So, and then, you know, it's good to replace this guy. That's the back way for, but I haven't been able to test if that works because I think all I've seen so far is that transfer pump having an impact on stuff. So till this is on the tractor and it's turning over, I still have no idea if it's going to move fuel at pressure to the injectors. So that's different time for that one. So thank you so much for watching this part. I think we're going to call this the video because this was a lot of content, and then I'll install this on the tractor and move to the next problem in a different video. I think that's appropriate. So thank you very much and have a great night.